physically challenged, their issues is quite different from the regular people you know. Some of them, I'll tell you, it is only few of them, say about 5% of the total number of the physical challenge we have in Edo State that are being employed. And among them, you have only few that have skills that can actually fend for themselves. The rest are either depending on their parents who are either aged or they are just there waiting for something to happen. And with my own condition, I have to reach out to those who I could help.
Okay.
Because at the point in time, somebody called me, said, Bob, say, I'm a vulcanizer and government said we should stay at home. I have 3 kids. How do I feed them? I've not been able. I told him, okay, you wait. What do you need? He said, I will need food. With the little I have to call a cab, go to social area and help out. I think that's the human in us. We just need to help each other, irrespective of how the condition and whatever we find ourselves in. And I'll tell you, among all the class of physically challenged, people that suffers most are the deaf because nobody understands them. How do you not concentrate? Go to Redo, they form the bulk of laborers we have. So why must somebody, just because you are deaf, you end up being a laborer at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Just because you cannot speak and you cannot hear. So what you understand is how to dig the gutters, which to me is bad.
Right.
There's hope, as you normally say, but there's some certain things that governments need to understand. In the Nigerian constitution, there's a place whereby they said the elderly, the physically challenged or the disabled as it is, and governments should take care of them, health at the same time, help them if they don't have shelters over there. But in that part of the constitution, nobody is talking about it.
Yes, exactly. Been ignored.
And these people actually need something like that. If you cannot help them with shelter, health at least should be something the government should actually help them with. But in this case, there's nothing. Even the normal man that works in the government that retired does not benefit. Talk less of somebody who actually. So.
So earlier you said you're a part of Jonah Page, right?
Yes.
And has the association been helping you at all?
You see, this association, Jonah Page, where I said Jonah Page is just an organization of physically challenged.
Yes.
And we help ourselves. Is just we to keep the organization running. We levy ourselves. And with the problem with the physically challenged is something that at times is so embarrassing because if you are trying to help them, they are so used to begging. So we have to change that concept. And look, you don't need to present yourself as a beggar. You are somebody in the society, although you need help, but don't use that help to actually rob people. Try and see what you can do for yourself along the way. Probably somebody will meet you halfway. You don't just say, and because you are either if you don't have legs, there's nothing wrong with your brain. If you don't have hands, there's nothing wrong with your. We've seen people who actually don't have legs, they don't even have hands, but they use their mouth to draw. That is something which that idea did not come with them from heaven. But this is what this is the condition they find themselves, and they have to develop this skill so that they can live and actually they perfect on this. As it is, I'll tell you they are broke, but in as much as they are broke, they were able to levy themselves. I got something. The something I got, I'll tell you, you cannot even pay some certain bill, but at least for physically challenged to sit down and think of me, it's something that it touches me. But the little they were able to give me, I think I appreciate. But I'll tell you something. They need help more than I do because there are some serious and critical members in the association. I'll tell you that even this COVID-19 has really exposed a lot of things in terms of how government should have handled things when it comes to physical disability in terms of how you see them, whether blind, deaf, mentally retarded, or whatever. So, Jonah Beaver as it is just a body of physically challenged, and they meet probably will meet last Sunday of the month regularly. But based on the social distance thing going on right now, we not meet this year. And as it is, we still manage to hold on meeting online through WhatsApp and all that to organize one or two things.
What kind of condition do you have?
Actually, at the age of 10, I had this serious accident, and over the years, it developed what they call osteomyelitis. And osteomyelitis means the deformation of the bone marrow. And after the healing of the bone, then they have to do a surgical operation whereby they have to replace my knee. Because first of all, from before, I suffered two damages: the damage of the knee and the damage of the hip. So they're going to replace the nail at the same time they're going to replace the hip. But for now, the stage one is still what we are on. The main reason I cannot stand on, I think, is that the upper body's weight cannot support
Lower body,
the lower body. So until the bone gets healed, then we can now start talking about if I can stand or start walking again. With that of government, well, the doctor, based on what they actually saw, they told me it's not going to be easy ahead. So they said that you need financial strength as time goes on. So they gave me a doctor report, and the doctor report was submitted to the government. The doctor report was written to the governor direct. So I was able to submit it 2 months ago. So up to now, I've not heard anything from them. When you talk about support, probably maybe this COVID-19 is still the thing kind of covering them, not seeing what they need to see.
Thank you so much for this detailed information. What's the most important thing you need to get your condition better by the day? What's the most important thing you need?
First of all, I don't, I cannot predict it. Or should I say this is important? The most important thing is life.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, I have life as it is right now.
Interesting.
But mobility, I cannot move. I'll tell you something. When we were growing up, actually, I benefited from the state government. The school I went was a free education. I had scholarship from primary school to secondary school.
Okay.
And I went to a special school for the disabled. Today, there's no special school.
Yeah,
that part of what we benefited when we were growing up has gone. Those days, it's either two ways. It's either you want to stay at home. For the serious one who cannot cope with the body system, there's a special bus that takes them from house to school and back to the house again. Then you that wants to actually stay in the hostel, there's a special hostel made for the physically challenged, the blind, the deaf. We're all staying in an hostel whereby we mix with the normal regular students. But those things are no longer there.
Yeah.
So I went to the blind school the other day. The braille I find they are using currently, I think, is outdated. When I asked the teacher, the headmaster, I said the last time they had such braille, that the latest such braille was supposed to be about 15 years ago. Then who is the person in charge of the ministry, whereby they normally attach somebody, they tell you this is so inspector in charge of the special education unit. That special education unit has collapsed. There's nobody monitoring what is coming.
I'm Francisca, Mrs. Giwamu. I'm a caterer in Benin, and we're thanking the Edo Development Aid for giving us the go-ahead to buy foodstuff for the less privileged. We're thanking him. God continue to bless him. God continue to lift him up. God continue to uphold him in the name of Jesus. Right now, I'm going to the market to go and buy all the items. I'm back from the market. Things are so expensive. So we bought garri, yams, rice, salt, beans, and this is just the first batch. This is just the first batch. And now we are putting money in the envelope for each and every one to buy, because they have children, to buy whatever they want to buy to support the food we are giving to them.
That. Well, this support palliative is coming from Edo Development Aid UK, and this is their way of saying they care about you. And I'm glad that you have also told them everything, all the information they need to know. it's a very, very sad situation, and I'm very happy that he's hopeful. If we have people like him that are so hopeful, I think the world will be a better place. So we just want to say a very big thank you to the Edo Development Aid UK for making this possible. I'm overwhelmed with sadness because this is a sad condition. So we'll continue to for us to be able to give more of this thing. Like he said, if he has someone giving him every month to support himself, he will be happy.
Well, I think first of all, the name Edo shows that you people recognize the real Edo indigenous back home, and we want to say thank you. Not just say thank you. We appreciate that out of what you people have, you have actually given us some certain things to leverage on, and we appreciate from the pocket you people have donated this to, especially the physically challenged, and not just physically challenged, the ones that actually need the palliative. We say God will bless you, and the COVID-19 thing that is actually going around definitely will not be your portion.
Amen.
And as it is, I just want to say God will definitely bless everyone that has been the brain behind the development, and for what you guys have been doing, God will continue to bless you.
Amen. Okay.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. I'm grateful. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
God lift you up.
I'm so shocked. I'm surprised that actually I've been remembered, and I've been helping this time of COVID-19, and it's not easy, but somehow, I think the palliative is here, and so there's hope.
Interesting. Thank you so much.